Sunshine, whose name has been altered at her request, was working at a hospital in London when the COVID pandemic broke out. During that period, in recognition of the difficult working conditions, the hospital allowed colleagues to park in their car park for free, providing they use a permit, renewing it every so often. However, these permits were to be collected from an office, something Sunshine says wasn't always possible.
Because of the constant demand in my department, I'm too busy. Sometimes I haven't got time to collect my permit.
In lieu of anything official, Sunshine was often left being forced to leave a handwritten note as proof of permit, while she worked sometimes into the early hours of the morning. The resulting fines had a huge impact on her credit score, something she only realised a few years later, when trying to buy a house for her and her children.
I thought that I could provide my kids while they were staying with me in a very comfortable living. When that's what happened, that I noticed that I was being penalised.
It transpired that Sunshine was at the centre of 2 claims against her, totalling more than £4,000, with the default judgment already being handed against her for one of them, even though she had received no prior notice of that claim. Despite doing her best to seek the necessary advice and involving her MP, Sunshine, believing she had no further option, paid the judgment. This was all done as she dealt with the sudden loss of her sister.
This lady was someone who had devoted her life to frontline service, particularly during COVID times, and had experienced the worst of those times in a hospital scenario. And as a result of this, she'd suffered a great injustice. Not only that, but that injustice was having a huge impact on her life.
Simon Hocking was part of the legal team at night to overturn the judgments against Sunshine, compelling the opposite side to withdraw all claims against her and reimburse all the money she had paid. He says despite the complexities of the case, it was great to get it over the line.
To take a problem that seemed insurmountable and to put her in a position where she could take her dreams forward, really. It was just a fantastic feeling.
On that day when I get that result, I was keep crying all afternoon, keep crying with joy. And I thought, these people are very big players. Even though I'm very small, we're able to fight.
Sunshine said she didn't feel valued through the ordeal and had this message for those issuing fines.
They need to look at it properly, just not only giving penalties, because it affects badly to every person.